All right, we're talking sugar, sugar, and sugar. That's right, whether it's for pre-diabetes, diabetes, or just watching your intake. What do you need to know? We're registered dietitian Christina L. Corey with Cone Health Nutrition and Diabetes Education Services is here today, and she's going to be dishing out those nutrition tips on meal planning and navigating the sugar do's and the don'ts. All right, so let's just start off kind of like, with the easiest stuff. Why is it so important that we control our blood sugars and what risks are associated?
Yeah. So it's really important if we have diabetes or prediabetes to make sure our blood sugars are under control. Just because we know that if our blood sugars are high, it can put us at a higher risk of developing some chronic conditions like heart attack or stroke, or even our kidney disease. And so we want to make sure that we're controlling our blood sugar so that we can prevent those things.
All right, and I think a lot of people think, oh, I don't drink it or eat that much sugar until they probably start tracking it. So what are some simple meal planning strategies to keep our blood sugar levels stable?
Right, yeah. So easiest thing that I like to think of is kind of what we call the diabetes portion plate. And I even have an example here today. So this is fake food, but it might make you a little bit hungry. But you can see here on this plate, we've got a quarter of this plate filled with a source of lean protein. A quarter of this plate is filled with a complex carb, and in this case, it's a small baked potato. And then half of this plate is filled with some vegetables. So whenever we portion out our plates like this, it tends to help us have the best blood sugar control.
Yeah, I like the way that it's like the half of it is a green vegetable. And we're not saying that you can't have that carbohydrate or that starch. You just need to make sure that the portion is correct. All right, so let's highlight some of the common pitfalls or don'ts that people should be aware of when they're trying to manage their sugar.
Right, and this just goes back on kind of what you were just saying. We don't want to completely cut these carbohydrates out of our diet. So one of those big kind of pitfalls is when people think that they have to totally cut those carbs. We want to focus on the complex carbs, the starchy vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and then keeping it to that portion, right? Some other things are skipping meals. We want to try to avoid skipping meals for sure. Those are kind of two of those big things that I think about when we think of those pitfalls.
Okay, and we don't want to skip meals because why?
Well, it really can whack out our blood sugar, right? We need to have consistent meal times for stable blood sugars. And so if we skip a meal, it may tend to make us more hungry later on at a different meal time, and then we may overeat and cause a blood sugar spike.
Gotcha. Okay. So when someone's blood sugar level is spiked or too high, what should they eat or drink to maybe help bring it down?
That is an awesome question. Yeah. So whenever our blood sugar is too high, we want to make sure that we're drinking a lot of water. So it's really important to stay hydrated in that case. Something else that we can do that naturally brings down our blood sugar is get some exercise. So even as little as like a 15-minute walk can help bring our blood sugar down. So when we exercise, it actually helps our body use insulin better, which is that hormone that allows us to use the sugar that's in our blood. Our muscle cells even open on their own and use up some of that sugar.
Okay, so take a walk around the house or walk around the block or something like that if your blood sugar is high.
Yeah, or do an at-home chair workout, or they're on a dance video on YouTube.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So on the flip side of that, if someone has their blood sugar drop too low, what should they eat or drink then to quickly raise it?
For sure, yeah. So first thing is, if you check your blood sugar and it's less than 70, that means that you're pretty low. And so what you want to do is what we call the 15-15 rule. And so with the 15-15 rule, it just means drinking 15 grams of sugar, which would be about a half of a cup or 4 ounces of juice or regular soda, and then wait 15 minutes. Then you would want to check your blood sugar, and if it's up above 70, have a balanced snack that has a complex carb and protein. But if it's still low, then you want to repeat that process.
Gotcha. And you want to give yourself that time so that you're not overdoing it.
Correct. Yeah. Some people, it's a bad feeling low. You may feel shaky, clammy, and you want to get it up fast. But if you overdo it, you'll find that you get a spike after.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about some affordable, maybe pantry staples that we should have when we're wanting to manage our sugar.
Some of the first ones that come to my mind are going to be like dried beans, canned beans. Beans are going to be a huge, as far as like affordable pantry staple, because beans actually provide us with some complex carbs and protein. We can also look for whole grains, canned vegetables, frozen vegetables, and maybe even things like canned chicken breast or canned fish too.
Okay. All right. That way you can go and have those no matter what you're out of, nothing in the fridge looks good, but those kinds of things are stable. All right. Now, if you're the only person in your household who really needs to watch their sugar levels, how do you stay on track and avoid the temptation, especially if your other family members, have the Reese's eggs in a bag right there?
Right, right. I think communicating your needs to your family is really important, but keeping a lot of your, nutritious and filling snacks on hand, those ones that we know help balance our blood sugar. And so keeping those, at the forefront of the pantry and the fridge, having them available is going to make us more likely to choose them. Some of the other things is if we do have that craving, we see the Reese's eggs, it may be better to just have one, right? Instead of thinking, oh, we can't have that, we can't have that. And then it kind of builds up and then we want all of them.
That's right. Have one of them, take a few bites of one instead of just popping one all in your mouth.
And enjoy it, right?
And enjoy it, yeah, for sure. Okay, we're going to continue this talk about blood sugar and what you can do at home to manage it safely and correctly. We'll be back in just a few minutes.